Welcome, I'm Rachel Downey and this is Titans RX, and we've seen some incredible battles so far today. It's really been a race to remember. So let's begin. First of all, first, second, third, fourth, Toppy, amazing. We've spoken about him a lot today.
Toppy has been in top form all day. He's buzzing. He was so determined to win Q2, he actually went down to the stewards and complained about his race times. He was sure he was 6 tenths faster. Yeah. So that just shows Toppy is determined to win. That is in his blood. He has to win.
These are the drivers that were out on track. This was a particular exciting time in the second qualification session. You can just see here the drivers going through. That's Nelson Piquet in second place. Jerome Grosjean, who Luke was just alluding to a few moments ago, who has been very, very quick in the conditions, and they actually came to blows in the second qualification session. It was very exciting and very fast-paced for these drivers as well. Nelson Piquet ending up as the eventual victor of that particular race. Then we saw Andreas Stefan leading the way. Good to see him out on track, the German driver. And as our focus then shifted back, and we saw Kevin Hansen making an absolutely lightning start to take victory. This is actually back in Q1, I should say, rather, earlier on this morning here in SA. And Kevin Hansen taking a commanding win just ahead of Antoine Massé there. Shifting our focus in towards Q2, you can see Toppy Heikkinen there making an absolutely lightning start with Timmy Hansen being shuffled out just behind Grosjean. Grosjean was then the target for Timmy Hansen as the Swede tried to find his way back past, which he was able to do so. Found his way up the inside into the right-hander and then was over into second position whilst Toppy Heikkinen took a commanding win. Then we can see Hayden Paddon versus Shushu in the opening stages of this weekend. They were going side by side and a bit of door handle bashing to add as well. Hayden Paddon eventually being the driver who took victory. Grosjean, meanwhile, was leading the way quite commandingly in the next qualification session, just ahead of Tamara Molinaro, who was soaking up the pressure from Ronnie C. Rock, very, very close indeed behind. Meanwhile, then we saw some very exciting action in the third qualification session. Nelson Piquet actually ending up out of that one following a technical drama. The red flag was thrown right at the end of that after he clipped the barrier and ended up shattering the brake discs of his Pantera RX6 machine. Then we had Kevin Hansen leading the way in Q3. He was looking dead set for a certain victory until it all went wrong, a technical problem denying him of those dramas. So it was a very, very exciting qualification session, Q1 versus Q3. Anyway, my name is Tom Brooks. Alongside me, series ambassador for Titans RX. What a company we have here today. Ari Vastanen. Ari, it is great to have you here. How, first of all, have you found your first day so far?
Excellent, excellent. And we must remember that this is the first time we are out, and good racing, exciting, and you see that the leader places are swapping very often, and we don't know who the winner is going to be. Well, that's the name of the game. Uncertainty, unpredictable entertainment.
Titans RX Europe, presented by Papyrus Converse, will hold 12 race days over the course of 6 double-header weekends in 6 different countries. A race winner is crowned at the end of each day, and a series winner at the end of the season. There will be 3 qualifying sessions where the highest points are awarded for the final race position, as well as some extra points for the fastest overall time. This forces drivers to overtake if they want more points and reduces the influence of track and weather conditions. As in classic rallycross, the top 12 drivers compete in the semi-finals and the top 6 face off in the final. Qualifying sessions have 5 laps, semi-finals have 6 laps and finals have 7 laps. The Joker lap now becomes a penalty lap, and screens on track will tell drivers if they need to take a penalty lap instead of a spotter. Combined with the one-designed Pantera RX6 supercar, these rules will push drivers to overtake, creating exciting racing for the fans on track and our live viewers on Eurosport. To learn more, check out our website at titansrx.eu.
It is time then to get the first semi-final underway, and here is the grid for semi-final 1. Toppy Heikkinen, Antoine Massé, Tamara Molinaro, Kevin Hansen and Andreas Stefan will line up on the grid, as well as Rennie Sample. Semi-final 2, as you can see there, we'll guide you through that in just a few moments' time. So here is how the grid will line up. On the first row, Toppy Heikkinen and Antoine Massé. Then we've got row 2, Tamara Molinaro and Kevin Hansen. Keep an eye out for Kevin, he was very quick. And then Andreas Stefan and Rennie Sample. The revs are rising here in SA. Semi-final 1 is underway, and it's a really good start from Toppy Heikkinen off the inside of the front row. Look at Antoine Massé though, he's trying to go the long way around the outside. line. Kevin Hansen, good start as well. He's into third position. Massey takes the lead away from Tommy Aikman. There's a bit of door handle bashing, a bit of contact into the hairpin. They're so close, and Antoine Massey is left hung out to dry. Hopefully he can get going and regain the momentum that he's lost. But Tommy Aikman there, a textbook start, Harry.
That was good stuff, you know. Well, and Heikkinen came out first. Could have been the other way around. No, very good start. Let's see how it goes now.
Oh, he's pushing Tamara Molinaro into the hairpin, and Antoine Massey has found his way past, now up into third position. His sights will be very firmly set on the drivers in front. So let's see what they're going to be able to do over the course of this one. But at the moment, it's now a two-way scrap for victory in this. And of course, it won't only count for the top three positions going into the final, but it also counts for their grid position for the final as well. So you can see Tommy Aikman now pulling out a bit of a lead here over Kevin Hansen.
Yeah, exactly, and it seemed that he was going to lose the start, but finally he did it.
He's wide, he's locked up though, he's a bit deep into
look
the
at what happened to him. What happened to him?
Hansen's surely going to go
Oh dear, now he loses. Now he still comes out.
Just manages to get it back on exit.
He made a big mistake, but he survived miraculously.
Very close racing indeed, and Kevin Hansen is all over the back of Tommy Aikman. Can he find a way past? This is so close, only 5 laps for these drivers as well. We're already on lap 3 out of 5 here at SA. Antoine Massey's in third position at the moment. That will be enough for a place in the final here this afternoon. But going down in towards the hairpin, this is where it all went wrong for Tommy Aikman last time around. Hopefully he can get the car stopped. Into the hairpin he goes, and he takes a much tighter line through there.
Exactly, he doesn't want to repeat the same mistake. That's the only place where you really can go past this one. If you make a mistake, you lose some time and you leave the door open. Yeah, Andreas has a little bit, he's a little bit behind now, but he's exactly, but he's still coming safely and strongly.
Such close racing, and Tommy Aikman doing a great job leading the way here on the final lap in SA. Great stuff from him, lots of contact early on, but very, very much calm and composed for these drivers. Then you can see Antoine Massey there, third position for him. Tamara Molinaro just doesn't seem to have an answer for the fast-flying Frenchman as things stand. And we go.
Toppy seems to be in a great form today. He's done a great show all day.
Yeah, Aikman has driven an absolutely brilliant performance all day in the qualification sessions, taking victory in Q1, a podium in Q2. Things went a bit wrong in Q3, but he rights the wrongs in the semi-final, and he takes victory, does Tommy Aikman, second position. Oh, and contact at the final corner as well. So that is at the hairpin. That's between Antoine Massey and Tamara Molinaro. That is a big, big drama there, because it does mean surely that I think potentially with those two going together, Rennie Sample could be in the final here. Well, let's have a look at the standings, and you see Tommy Aikman, Kevin Hansen and Andreas Steffen then make their way through into the final. Rennie Sample, Tamara Molinaro just missing out, with Antoine Massey DNFing after that contact on the final lap on the grid. In a few moments' time, we'll just have a look, and you can see the drivers who were in semi-final 1. We had Aikman, Massey, Molinaro, Hansen, Steffen and Sample. In semi-final 2, we've got Timmy Hansen, Jerome Grosjean, Hayden Paddon, Ronnie Searock, Nelson Piquet Jr. down there in 5th position, last row of the grid. Lots of work for him to do, and Shushu as well, who's also had a bit of a bad day in terms of luck, let's be fair.
That is very true indeed, but I think Nelson Piquet Jr., he's determined to show that he doesn't deserve to be so far down in the field.
Well, here in SA, let's get ready to go racing then, shall we? Lights out, and away we go. Timmy Hansen gets a good start. Oh, he doesn't actually get a good start, he bogs down. Big drama. Hansen has an absolute shocker, and Grosjean in versus Ronnie Searock and Paddon, who's on the outside here, and up the inside as well. Gets hit as well. Drama there. Disaster for Hayden Paddon. He goes from second down to the back of this train now as well. So it is Grosjean in that leads the way then from Shushu, who was involved in that contact, and then Ronnie Searock into the back of Shushu at the hairpin. Oh, and Piquet's onto the hairpin as well. Big drama. Nelson Piquet, a second incident on the day of the hairpin. That is a disaster for the Brazilian driver.
And Kevin Hansen lost his place also.
We can ride on board with Hayden Paddon here, who's just losing out. I think he's just making his way past there, Timmy Hansen. So Timmy Hansen has had an absolute shocker. Riding on board with him, he's looking pretty calm and composed, but that is not what he wanted to happen in any way, shape or form in these circumstances. The upshot is Jerome Grosjean leads the way from Ronnie Searock now and Hayden Paddon. This is going to be so unpredictable. No one could have thought this going into the final, could we?
Exactly. Well, that is exactly how it should be. Look at what's happening here. His bonnet is coming off now. There's some extra cooling. No, but this is exactly. You don't know who is leading.
You can see a bit of bodywork damage there for Jerome Grosjean. I wonder if he'll get a flag waved to him for that. You can see a yellow flag there on screen at the moment as well for one reason or another. Not entirely sure why that is. I don't know whether Piquet's car has been recovered or whether it's because of the slow-moving Timmy Hansen, but it looks like he's now managed to get back up to speed. So that is good news there for Timmy Hansen, but Jerome Grosjean in here, looking actually like he's going relatively slowly through the hairpin, but he's still able to hold a pretty commanding advantage over the rest of it. But that bodywork damage, it's a very second-hand Pantera.
No, in fact, he gets some extra cooling. That's what he wants exactly. It suits him.
Certainly is. Well, in towards the first sequence of corners we go once again, and there is Piquet. More strife. So Nelson Piquet, well, he had the penalty laps to do following jumping the start, and he's had even more contact with the barriers.
He's all over the place now. All over the place.
Disappointing there for the Brazilian driver. He'll be hoping for better luck tomorrow in round 2 here in SA. Meanwhile, the upshot is Ronnie Searock is now coming under pressure from Hayden Paddon, and Timmy Hansen is back on the attack once again. This is brilliant from Hansen given the time he lost.
And Mr. Rock, his stunt driver, he's doing very well, much better than I expected. He's keeping Hayden behind him.
He really is, yeah, you're absolutely right. So going down in towards that first sequence of corners we go once again. Is Ronnie Searock going to be able to attack? Now Hayden Paddon is trying to find his way past against the German driver at the moment coming down. We're on the final lap here in towards the hairpin we go. This is really the last overtaking opportunity on this lap unless they can invent something. But Timmy Hansen, well, he had it all to do. He's not going to think about it shortly unless he makes a last corner, last attempt lunge. But Jerome Grosjean in. What a race from the French driver. He comes around the final sequence of corners to take victory here in SA. A brilliant result from the French driver. He takes the win in semi-final 2. That is Shushu there, so he had some even more dramas. He had technical problems earlier on this morning and didn't actually manage to finish that second semi-final. So let's have a look then at the final results from semi-final 2. You can see Grosjean in, Ronnie Searock and Hayden Paddon are the drivers that make it through.
Jerome then, and I know you mentioned it to me, he has said he hasn't smiled when it's come to racing for so long. What is it about this series?
I think Jerome's been in a kind of a ladder of getting into drives where he's not able to show his ability. He's been in the European Championship, he had a good year in 2015. I think he was runner-up 2 years in a row. But in the World Championship, it's always been just almost there.
Yeah.
I've spoken to him a lot today, and just seeing the smile get bigger and bigger throughout the day, he's genuinely buzzing to be driving at the front and being able to show in front of his home crowd just how good a driver he is. I've known him for a long time. I know he's a good driver, and it's good to see him just buzzing to be back in the car again.
My hometown hero, Les Smiley, what happened out there?
I had electronic problems during the last lap. Yes, the game is difficult because I want to go on the final for my first race, but yeah, it's a game. See you tomorrow. And tomorrow will be good because I know the car, I know my concurrent. So yeah, I hope to be good tomorrow and to do a good day and to go bonsai.
And was this literally an electrical problem out of the blue? Were you having any problems leading up to it on the laps before?
No, just during the last lap, all it was good on, off, just in this lap. In the jump, after the jump, the car go off. Sorry.
Well, you have loved today. Obviously, leading up to the point, I can see how disappointed you are now. But let's look at your racing earlier on today. Has it surprised you how much you've enjoyed racing here?
How much racing?
Yeah, you've enjoyed today.
Yeah, very good.
Yeah.
The car like a supercar, you know, it's the same. She's very easy to drive. It's very fun to drive. So yeah, good pleasure today. The car, I think the car is fantastic to do a good battle.
Well, Antoine, thank you for talking to us. And I can see how disappointed you are. It's really making me sad. Thank you for talking to us, and we'll see you tomorrow anyway, where you can whoop some. Tom and Harry, back to you.
So we spoke a little bit actually about the Pantera RX6 supercar. We said to you, do you fancy a go in the support class we have? But a Pantera, you fancy a bit of a go in that then?
Yes, I would like to. It seems to be a very well built car, four-wheel drive, easy to drive. That's what I hear. Well designed, and then actually four-wheel drive cars are easy to drive. Okay, when you go fast enough, it gets tougher. So why not at least to do some donuts?
You can see the drivers then lining up then on the grid for this final. Let's have a look at the grid then. So you can see Topi Heikkinen, Jerome Grosset-Janin on the first row. Kevin Hansen and Ronnie Searock on row number 2. And then the third row of the grid, we've got Hayden Padden and Andreas Steffen there. So keep an eye out for Hayden Padden. We know how quick he can be then. Revs are rising. The final here for round 1 of Titans RX Europe is about to get underway as the lights go green and we go racing side by side. We come between Heikkinen and Grosset-Janin. Heikkinen does take the lead into the first corner. Grosset-Janin in second and Hansen slotting into third with Padden into fourth and Ronnie Searock down into 5th position. All very clean and very calm as things stand at the moment. But it is Heikkinen once again with an absolute barnstormer of a start.
No, this seems to be his day for so far. Let's see how the race goes. But at the moment, look at that. Yes, he stayed. Look at that.
That was so close. I tell you what, he was locking up the front brakes. You can see the front wheels not rotating going into that corner, and he was so lucky to avoid this. But there was a definite element of skill that was involved in that one there as well. The upshot is he has now lost a bit of time to Topi Heikkinen there, and Kevin Hansen in third position as we ride on board here with Hayden Padden, who's got a face full of dust at the moment.
Yeah. But I mean, Topi, he must have eaten a snake soup this morning. He's really in a form.
It really has been a very, very exciting first lap here, and Topi Heikkinen leads the way. Look at it.
Something happened to him. Look at this vibrating his car. Is it okay, his car? Let's hope it is.
Could be on something there. Look at this side-by-side action as well for second position between Hansen and Grosset-Janin, and Hansen gets up into second place at the hairpin. Brilliant driving there from Kevin Hansen. He is into second place here in the final. Meanwhile, we're on board with Hayden Padden once again. I don't know how he can see where he's going.
Not very well indeed.
Well, very, very close racing indeed as we go through the right-hander, and now Padden, who, as we spoke to Luke James earlier on, has not had a lot of car-to-car combat, having been a rally driver for the last, 20-odd years or so, is really going to be putting a lot of pressure on. You can see a yellow flag was just out there. That could be as a result of this man here, of Andreas Steffen, and it's actually Ronnie Searock who's running slowly, so whether those two came to blows, I'm not entirely sure, but Ronnie Searock with what looks to be potentially a technical issue here in the final. Big disappointment there for the German driver, and he is now out of contention for a good position here in this final. If he can keep going, he'll take 6th position, which will be very useful for his championship at this early stage.
I can see some of the windscreens, they don't see through at all, because they put water on it, on the track. I can see that the windshields are completely clogged up.
So Topi Heikkinen still leads the way. Very impressive driving here from the Finnish driver. Lap 4 and a 5 we are on already, and he's leading quite commandingly over the rest of the field. Kevin Hansen there in second position. Good stuff here from Kevin. Great overtake he made on Grosset-Janin. Grosset-Janin doesn't look to have an answer to him at the moment, and Hayden Padden is still piling that pressure onto that final podium position here as well. So just a few corners from home then for the race leader as things stand at the moment. Out of the hairpin we go once again. You can see Topi Heikkinen here. One more hairpin. What a drive, what a day it's been.
Well, when it goes well, it seems so easy, isn't it? You know, he seems to be as he was on his own there, just safe and clean of everybody, and windscreen is clean and it's all safe.
Brilliant stuff there. Topi Heikkinen takes victory in round 1 of Titans RX Europe. The Finn is on top here in France. Kevin Hansen in second position, and Jerome Grosset-Janin does just hold on to third place against Hayden Padden. That was so close to the line between those two drivers there. Very, very impressive stuff, and great to see such close racing action in that final, Harry.
Absolutely, and it was so close between Jerome and Hayden Padden, and okay, Topi was clear, but for the rest they were very, very close indeed, and good, excellent race.
Very impressive stuff. You can see him just waving to the crowd here in SA after that one there as well. Bit of a hang loose sign there by the looks of things from the number 57. Very impressive performance from Heikkinen all day. Let's not forget, of course, he won in Q1, he took a podium in Q2, and things went very awry for him in Q3, but he's turned that back around.
But look at the windscreen of Hansen. His windscreen is completely dirty, clogged up. I don't know, he needs to put some water on the windscreen washer now.
Well, yeah, absolutely right. We'll have a look at a bit of an onboard of Hayden Padden in just a couple of moments. Sorry, rather, this is, in fact, I believe, Jerome Grosset-Janin, who's just going through that hairpin there. And you can see as they just make their way on their cool-down lap back to the Parc Ferme area. We'll be talking to these drivers in just a few moments' time. Up here on stage in Titans RX Europe, what a brilliant day of racing that we have had here. And let's have a look, shall we, at some highlights over the course of that final session, rather, we should say. And you can see the start, it was all came down to for Heikkinen there. He had an absolute barnstormer on the inside.
No, he didn't make a single mistake today. He won, I think, nearly every start he took, and of course, and then the rest of the day was easy after the start. Well, not so easy, but anyway, he did very professional job and no mistakes at all.
Yeah, we actually saw a bit of contact there with Ronnie Searock and also Hayden Padden going into that hairpin, and that was the great overtake from Kevin Hansen. Very opportunist move from the young Swedish driver, getting past Jerome Grosjean in at the hairpin. Meanwhile, you can see here, this was Topi Heikkinen doing brilliant things behind the wheel of his car, whilst it all went wrong for Ronnie Searock. Looks like he was crabbing a bit there, so perhaps some broken suspension for the German driver. He wasn't expecting to be in this final, given how his qualifying had gone for the semi-final, but Topi Heikkinen does take victory here in SA.
I feel like we've just chatted all day today. I really do. You've done incredible from the very beginning in qualies. How are you feeling?
You know, it's not so easy when you have so equal cars. Everybody has the same kind of cars. That is not so easy to nail all the qualifyings and semi-final and final. So it was like a hard job for today. Tomorrow it continues, but now I gotta enjoy it.
Yeah, make sure you do enjoy it.
Oh, very, very impressive stuff from our top three finishers. Topi Heikkinen, Kevin Hansen and Jerome Grosjean here in SA, round one. Photos. Let's have a look at the driver standings after round one of Titans RX Europe then. Topi Heikkinen, 25 points on the board for him, as you can see there. Further down the order, Tamara Molinaro, Nelson Piquet Jr., Antoine Massey there in third position.
What an incredible first round here at Titans RX. It's been a scorching day for so many reasons, but make sure you guys don't go anywhere, because we'll be back same time, same place tomorrow for round two to see more of the action. So sit back, relax, enjoy